Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me. I am Mel, and this is my Killer Podcast. I realize it's been a really long time since I have done a new Blu-ray Tuesday. And I'm going to start off by saying that it is not my fault. It is the fault of one movie in particular, and I will let you know what that movie is as soon as we dive into my pickups. All right, so I don't know how far back I needed to go with my new Blu-ray Tuesday pickups, but I went back as far as I picked up the little things on Blu-ray. I don't know if I've talked about this one yet or not, but this is where I'm gonna start because I will tell you what movie totally ruined my videoing for the duration, but I should be back on track now. However, I picked up the little things. I absolutely loved this movie. I saw it in the theater. I plan on doing a podcast episode on this one. It's actually going to be the first podcast when I jump back into doing that in July because I am on a little hiatus right now. I took the month of June off because I just have a lot of things to do. And then I will be re-diving back into the podcast in July, and The Little Things is going to be the first episode for that. And you'll get to hear all my thoughts about this movie because people are saying a lot of things about this movie, and they're not all good things. I absolutely loved this movie. I thought it was great. It was well put together. It has 3 Academy Award-winning actors in it. So I think that threw some people off, gave them a little higher expectations than normal. But you shouldn't let that sway you on your opinion of this movie because you just got to watch it and view it for what it is. And there's also some comments people are making about this movie in comparison to Seven. So I have a lot of things to say about that specifically. So check out the podcast when it drops because that is just slanderous bullshit. Anyway, picked up that one. This is the movie that killed everything. The Unhealer. I have not seen this movie, but I watched the trailer, read a little bit about it, fell in love with the story, and I'm super excited to check it out. However, I ordered this from, was it Best Buy? I think I ordered this from Best Buy, and it took fucking forever to get to me. I literally waited for this movie for like 2 weeks. It's supposed to drop on a Tuesday, and I ended up not getting it for like another week, which this is happening to me again with The Stylist. So Arrow put out the film The Stylist, and I pre-ordered that movie months before it dropped. And then when the Tuesday came around that movie was supposed to drop, that's when they shipped it to me. And it's coming from Arrow, so it's coming from overseas. And I still have not gotten that movie yet. Will I ever get that movie? I don't know if I will ever get that movie or not. And the even worse part about it was, I ordered Donnie Darko when I ordered The Stylist. And because The Stylist was back ordered until now, I never got Donnie Darko. Because apparently, let this be a lesson to everyone that if you order a pre-ordered movie and then you order some other movies just to throw it in there, you will not get those movies until that pre-order movie drops. I did not know this. Now I do. And now you do too, because everyone already got Donnie Darko, and I am still waiting on Donnie Darko because I have not gotten The Stylist yet. However, the funny thing is, I think I'm going to get my Donnie Darko replacement discs before I even get the movie box set. I find it to be incredibly hilarious. But anyway, so that's why my new Blu-ray Tuesday video took so long for me to come out with it. And this is encapsulating many a Tuesday pickups, which you now know because this did not drop the same time this one did. I also picked up Voyagers. I have not seen this movie either. I watched the trailer. I got really excited about it. It's in 4K. It was a decent price. I picked it up, but then I found out that some opinions were this movie is ass. I am going to watch it and formulate my own opinion, which is what I urge other people to do as well. But that was a comment I got on one of my TikToks about that movie. My camera just died. Sorry. I don't even know why I said that, because it's like during the editing process, you won't even have known that that happened. But it did. I feel like I have to start all over, but I don't. I also picked up Flashback. This has Dylan O'Brien in it. This was a roller coaster of emotions, to say the least. It's a psychological thriller. People have compared this film to Synchronic, which I will agree. It is very much so like that movie, which I just recently watched that, and I did like it. I didn't really understand the end. I feel like, I don't know. I won't get into it. But this movie is much the same. Am I going to tell you that I understood what happened in this movie after I was done watching it? No, I'm not going to tell you that, because one, I don't know that I did. Two, I feel like the theories are endless when it comes to this film. And that is one of the things that I love about movies like this, is they're meant to be obscure for a purpose. They're meant to make you think. This is one of those movies that you're going to get done watching it and you're going to be thinking about it for hours afterwards. Which those movies are fun. I like to watch those movies. So if you like psychological thrillers that tug at your brain strings a little bit and you enjoyed Synchronic, then I would say pick this one up. Watch it. Formulate your own opinion. This one isn't so new, but I did recently pick it up. I saw the trailer for this movie and I loved the story, so I had to have it. I didn't purchase it right away, but I'm glad I was able to get my hands on it with that groovy slip, because that slipcover is awesome. I have not watched it yet, but I hear it's a wonderful little hidden gem. So I look forward to watching it. I also picked up the Indiana Jones Steelbook 4K4 movie collection. I did an unboxing of this on TikTok, so y'all go over to TikTok and check me out, mykillerpodcast. You can see me doing a little 60-second unboxing of this. Everybody's already seen all of these movies. We love them. They're amazing. Anyway, we all have seen and loved these movies for what they are. They are amazing. But I'm going to say the same thing that everybody else said about this box set collection. The packaging is garbage. Like, look. The packaging is garbage. The steelbooks themselves are super squishy, super awesome. I love what they did with these. All of them have disc artwork, inside background artwork. They all have not this cover, but similar colors and like the main totem of the movies on the back. The steelbooks themselves are groovy as shit, but just this packaging is like, they have these cardboard pieces in there that are like really flimsy, and they just like come out of the box. The cardboard is really flimsy and weak. Like, if you guys watched my Vinegar Syndrome halfway to Black Friday sale video, and you saw the boxes that came with those collections, so much better quality than this. So much better quality than this. This was not cheap by any means. And to be completely honest with you, the only reason why I got the Steelbook collection was because the regular standard edition Blu-ray collection was delayed. So this was the only one you could get at the time. So I just got it because I knew I wanted these movies and I love them. And having the Steelbooks, I feel like if you're gonna buy an Indiana Jones 4-movie 4K box set collection, why not get the Steelbooks? You know? It's like there's very few collections that I feel like need Steelbooks. Indiana Jones, Back to the Future, and hello, can we get a Die Hard movie collection, all Steelbooks? That would be amazing. It would also be like this big, I don't know. But those, you know, there's just certain brands of movies that deserve Steelbook quality, and this was one of them. But just this box, this box. It's gonna take a lot to maintain this box, but whatever. This was one of my pickups. I'm sure you've seen it a million times over already. Because a lot of people had to get the Steelbooks because they couldn't get the other ones. And more recently, last week, I picked up Nobody. Just watched this last night. It was a super fun little ditty of a movie. Not exactly what I thought it was. I thought this movie was gonna be a man pushed to his limits and then he goes out and just kicks fucking ass. That's what I went into this movie thinking it was. It turns out it wasn't quite like that. It was more like a man trying to move on with his life from terrible deeds he's done in the past, but everyone sees him now as like this wimpy dude, so he just felt like he needed to prove himself, so he almost went out trying to pick fights just so he could kick ass and prove that he wasn't this nobody. So it was more like kind of like a bully situation, I guess. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert! I'll cut that in over there. But so that was more like it was, you know. It's like when you go out to a bar, the club, and there's always that person in there that gets drunk and then just wants to fight just for the sake of fighting. That's kind of how this movie made me feel. But that doesn't escape the fact that this movie was fucking awesome, and I highly recommend watching it. It was a fun ride. It was very entertaining. Did I show the back of this already? I don't know. And look who's in it. Speaking of Back to the Future. And last but most certainly not least, I had the most hope for this movie. I've been waiting for this movie to come out for a very long time. I missed it in theaters, which I'm really sad about. Well, let me rephrase that. I was really sad about it. And the only reason why I missed this movie in theaters was because I went to the movies to see a different movie. And then I found out that this one was playing and I was like, oh shit, I really want to see that one in the movie theater. So then like literally the next weekend, I think it was, we were like, oh shit, let's go see a movie, whatever, for fun. Went to go see this one and it was already out of the theater and on its way to Blu-ray. I was like, why was this movie only in theaters for like a frickin' week? Well, I watched it and now I know it kind of sucked. I mean, I'm not gonna say it sucked because when I watched it, I was doing other things. So I didn't give it its full 100% love and attention that I should have given it. So I will rewatch it again. But from the parts that I saw, I was kind of underwhelmed by it. So we'll see. I'll watch it again. I'll let you guys know. But I always recommend picking up these movies and watching them for yourselves. Maybe not necessarily picking them up, maybe rent them on Vudu or whatever streaming platform that you have. Give them a rent for $2.99 and watch them first. And formulate your own opinion because I can guide you. Give you some guidance on these movies, but films are subjective. One would hate this movie, but then another person will love it, and then it causes controversy. I understand that movies are subjective. Not everybody likes all the same shit. Some people don't like horror movies. They like comedies and they don't like to be brought down. Other people love horror movies and the atmosphere of them and want that anxiety for an hour and a half. And that's cool, man. You know, these are just my opinions, and I love listening to your opinions, but, you know, we shouldn't get after each other for having opinions. So there you go. These are my new Blu-ray Tuesday pickups. I'm super sorry that they were so late, but I blame you. I blame you, Unhealer. So you better be a hell of a movie. I'm sure it'll be awesome. The trailer looks really good, so check out that trailer and tell me what you think. Leave me some comments down yonder telling me what you think of these pickups. Tell me if you got any of these. Tell me if you think this movie was ass, because I was told that it was. So we'll see. But once again, I appreciate you guys stopping by and checking out my video. If you want to help support me and my channel and help keep my dreams alive and yourselves entertained, go ahead and like, subscribe, and kill that bell for me. Also, share these videos with your friends. Maybe they will enjoy what I have to say about said films, maybe not. Maybe they will think I'm stupid and they'll give me a thumbs down, whatever. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion, am I right? But until then, have a fucking killer day.